So deep breath in. So it's as if there could be souls in shock that were taken too quickly, but we're first going to do it on a personal level. If you have anyone in your family tree, and it doesn't matter how far back you go, or friends, you might know of them or you might not. So just like you would help an ailing family member, take them some chicken soup or pray for them. What's going on is that the energy at the moment, there are more light workers than ever before, but it's because they're needed. So the energy got dense, especially around the eclipse. We've had one on the 14th, and then we have another one, I think it's the 27th or 28th. And it's as if the world is a little bit in overwhelm. So think about your immediate surroundings, friends, family, and all the departed beings. Because of attachment, because of misunderstandings, haven't quite made it all the way into the transformational stage of light. If you're familiar, so this is the month to do this. It's the month, Wesak is coming up, Halloween, Dia de los Muertos, which is the Day of the Dead. And it's to honor the people that have passed, but to help them reach their best frequency to pass on fully. So bring into the active experience anyone that might be stuck, that might be still hovering or sad or confused or in shock. So we call on the circle of seraphims, higher evolved angels, that are angels of light and warrior angels. To embrace any departed being that might be in my family tree, in my immediate surroundings, friends and family. And it's nothing to do with they've been a good person, a bad person, or it's nothing to do with their personality. It's imagine like Mexico City, or that has all that smog around it that you just can't see the night sky. It's a layer of, it feels like a layer of sadness. So equivalent to smog. So the departed can't quite find their way as quickly and as easily. So it's like a prayer for them to find the way home. And to, around your consciousness, clean this sadness, clean this. It's as if it were a weight. Ask for the service of the seraphims to come and clear each one on this call, anyone listening to it later, to clear the surrounding energies of dear departed beings, that they might find peace, and may they find their light. And if you imagine the smog, imagine this breath of fresh air lifting, lighting up, transmuting, and helping these beings on their way. So clean your personal field and see if you can perceive this lightness coming in. It's only just starting to happen. It's a bit like a collective shock. And so if there's anyone, so we ask for the Karma Dharma, teachers and masters, to alleviate any soul in turmoil. Honor your ancestors. Be grateful. So what they're saying is, just like a body, if it had an illness in an organ, like if it had an infection or a cancer or an issue in a certain place in the body, it would weigh the whole system. Your immune system would need to boot up, to help the full body. There's just this weight because of the rippling effect of the Middle East. Like an infection in a part of the one body, which is the earth. It then affects us all. So lift into lightness, anything weighing your personal story down. Go. And last week we did respond with the highest frequency. So it's not judging, it's not your observer to create an opinion about what's going on. It is to bring a light. Respond with the highest frequency possible to this situation. So in the beginning, just practice neutrality. We often think that neutrality is, I don't care, or I'll numb myself. So now we thank the souls that have departed, that did the service of leaving this physical reality for us to have an experience that we no longer want aggression, war, conflict. But if we have an opinion about it being wrong, we're not helping. So it's more about the service as if it were in a body. the illness brings us into balance. And if we can heal, then the whole body comes back into balance. So what can I, on a personal level, do to see the situation and bless it, bring it love, or try and bring it understanding? So let's help these souls that have departed evolve. Transcend, more likely, not evolve. To move to the light in case they were shocked, paralyzed. As if our collective consciousness were the sun and it were dissipating the clouds, as if we could create a ball of consciousness, however small, but start to grow it and start to concentrate this light to help the departed find their way home. We don't need to dissipate the whole cloud just by piercing it, even if it's like a needle piercing through the cloud. And then it can create that consensus. So the cloud definitely has a fear, as a feeling of weight, as a fear, sadness, loss, density. So like we did before, there is a higher, there's a fifth dimensional aspect of you in a different dimension. As if you were an angel, a higher consciousness. Your physical reality is only one aspect. So call on this being, the awakened you, the expansive you, to come into this healing. And this just helps because on a human level, you might say, what am I going to do here? Just little old me. But on a fifth dimensional level, we are all potential Jesuses, Buddhas, enlightened beings. And an expanded heart can create a frequency and transmute whatever's in the way. So from the place of pure consciousness, evolved fifth dimensional being or beyond, start spreading and shining your light. No judgment, just spreading your light, clearing this smog, poking holes into this density cloud. So keep on shining from this dimensional part of you that is pure light, that is pure consciousness. Last week we said it's from your imagination. If you were light, you would be 1,000-watt light bulb. But from the reality, you would be a sun. Allow your fifth dimensional being or higher to start emanating. So even you might start to feel a lightness. I do feel it on a collective level in the group here, that something was going through your energy body, whether you knew it of it or not. So even if you don't know really what you're doing, but just by, it's a bit like humidity and lighting a fire, how it just consumes it. But you can also say whatever is weighing down my body, which is not mine. It's not a personal energy. Allow it to be lifted. So it's not only the Middle East, it could be any departed being in any lifetime. So acknowledge the lightness if you can feel it. And where you feel the lightness start to spread, that consciousness. There you go. So on a personal level, any contract with death, any what is that? Cellular death. There you go. So like we used to do in the beginning, just find that one cell of compassion and beauty and high frequency in your heart chakra. And activate that cell, that frequency, and expand. Focus only on that cell and expand and grow. And expand it and push out any sadness, any low frequency, just push it out of the body and expand it to the size of your room. Imagine just living in this love bubble. And expand it to the size of your garden or your building. And expand it to the size of your town, your area. And expand it to the size of your county, your country, your continent, and the world. However confused, upset, just love the world and all its inhabitants. Don't think, don't judge, just accept and love. Remember to be your expanded being, your fifth dimensional being, and just accept and love and offer this energy. Okay. Deep breath in and come on back.